ng taong 2020 hanggang sa kasalukuyan kumpara sa naiulat ng 430% ng Commission on Audit sa kanilang performance sa audit para sa nakalipas na taon. Sa kasalukuyan, ang nisolda ay mula sa 100 o 103 proyekto o mga pasilidad na kanilang ipinatatayo. 79 dito ang nakumpleto na, 23 ang nagpapatuloy pa habang isa naman ang binawi o terminated dulot ng ilang kadahilanan. Pag-amin naman ng BJMP, mas mataas ang kanilang jail capacity ng mahigit 100,000 kumpara sa standard jail capacity naman sa kasalukuyan na nasa 36,000 lamang. Subalit nanindigan si Solda na walang problema ang BJMP sa paggastos ng pondo nito, ngunit dapat pa nilang pagtuunan ng pansin sa ngayon ay mga karagdagang pasilidad na malabo pang mangyari sa ngayon dahil sa nagpapatuloy na COVID-19 pandemic. Patronan J. Mark Tagalan, gulat sa Pilipinas Ngayon, DWIZ.
Para sa karagdagang impormasyon at mas marami pa mga balita, bisitahin kami sa aming website www.dwiz882m.com at sundan ang aming Twitter account at Facebook page DWIZ882. Ako po si Ace Cruz.
Balitang kapaki-pakinabang sa mga mamamayan, inyong nalaman sa DWIZ Balita. Maging updated sa mga balita. Mas todong pagbabalita. DWIZ Balita. Ang bahaging ito ay hatid sa inyo ng Ozonizer 2C, Air and Water Purifier, and Food Sanitizer. Distributed by Life Formula Synergy Inc. with telephone number 0928-201-6141 and 0917-377-6768. Ozonizer 2C, ang mabisang panlaban sa COVID. Now open for distributorship. Pilipinas Ngayon na. Pangungunahan ni dating Press Yusek Robert T. Rivera with co-host Lady Eliza. Sa bagong segment, My Arts. It's culture, health, wellness, business at iba pa. Tuwing Lunes at Miyerkules, 1:00 hanggang 2:00 ng hapon. Pilipinas Ngayon na.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening once again, wherever you are, nationwide, worldwide. And it's Monday again. Welcome to our program. At gaya po ng dati, nais nating batiyan ng lahat-lahat ng nagsa-celebrate ng kanilang mga birthdays today. Unahin na po natin, happy birthday to our dearest son, Ernest Paje Rivera. He was born in San Diego, California, August 30. Anak, stay healthy, strong, and enjoy the good life. Yan. Also, belated happy birthday to our attaché in the Philippine Embassy in Ankara, Turkey, Diplomat Wendell Gaa. He is one of our special feature writer and columnist in our PNN International magazine. Belated also happy birthday to Tom Astria, the great master painter for all seasons. And last but not the least, to our good friend, June McDowell, the pillar of KBP, Kilusan, ng mga broadcasters ng Pilipinas. June, may you have many more birthdays to come. And now, may I turn you over to the Miss Universe ng buhay ko. Lady Eliza, take it away.
Maraming salamat sa'yo, aking Sir Robert. Yes, happy birthday sa aming minamahal na anak, Sir Ernest Paje Rivera. Enjoy all God's very best, anak. Mga ka-IC at mga ka-PNN, kumusta po kayo? Isang punong-puno po ng pagpapalang hapon at buhay ang aking pagbati at dalangin para sa inyong lahat, Luzon, Visayas at Mindanao. Ano man po ang inyong pinagdadaanan, saan man kayo naroroon mula Apari hanggang Hulo. Mayapag at panapon sa Kapampangan. Masanto siyang aram sa Pangasinan. Naimbag nga malem sa Ilocano. Marhay na uto sa Bicolano, mayong hapon sa Kabisayaan, Chamag Kuyab in the Batanes Islands, mayad nga hapon sa Aklanon, Buenas tardes sa Chabacano at Assalamualaikum sa mga kababayan at kapatid nating Muslim. Peace be upon you. And because Pilipinas Ngayon na can be seen and heard worldwide, please allow us to greet you hello at random languages. Hola, aloha abakaya, merhaba, guten tag, bonjour, здравствуйте, ciao, ni hao, konnichiwa, annyeonghaseyo, xin chào, sawadi. Yusek, this afternoon we're so blessed to have our very special guest with us, right? Here's a happy wife and mother to two active and bright boys, an accomplished entrepreneur, a graduate of Bachelor of Science in Tourism Management in USC, and Jobs Manila International Inc. And aside from being a TESDA National Vet Trainer, she's currently the PCCI Mandaluyong Chamber of Commerce and Industry President. Everyone, please welcome on Pilipinas Ngayon na Miss Marites Joanne MJ Caston. Hi, Miss MJ. Good afternoon.
Hello, Lady Eliza and Yusek Robert. Thank you so much for inviting me to your wonderful and inspiring show. Good afternoon po. Magandang hapon.
Our pleasure, Madam. We understand MCCI is going to celebrate its more than 60 plus years of experience, right? So what are your plans and programs lined up for this special upcoming event?
Well, we always have our monthly general membership meeting. Yun ang very consistent sa atin. Kung dati may face-to-face na events, right now, kahit po pandemic, tuloy-tuloy pa rin po yung ating serbisyo sa ating members. So dun sa aming general membership meeting na every month, sometimes we do it in we also have our newsletters. But ang masaya po sa general membership meeting namin, meron kaming fellowship. Ang ginagawa po namin ngayon, iniba namin yung program. So every member will be given 1 minute of a marketing spiel. So yung kanilang mga products and services, they can promote sa aming co-members. So ang objective namin, especially this year, is to help each other, support each other. Kaya ang aming slogan and hashtag is doing business together. So aside from that, for the regional activities naman in celebration to our anniversary. So sobrang matagal ng MCCI. Hindi pa ako pinapanganak. Hindi pa tayo pinapanganak. And actually, si Yusek Robert is one of our former members. Former president. That's how I get to know Sir Yusek Robert. So dati siya sa mga inspiring and mga idol naming president, past president ng MCCI or the Mandaluyong Chamber of Commerce and Industry. So sa generation namin, tuloy-tuloy pa rin Yusek yung ating general membership meeting, but the format has been changed to adapt to our environment now. So yes, doing business together. So first part of our GMM, we allot 1 hour for each member. We have around more than 50 to 60 active members. So they're given 1 minute for a marketing spiel. So they're given to promote their products, their promotions, and their contact numbers, and their e-commerce. Kasi uso na nga yung mga e-commerce. So, yan, masaya siya. And it's our way of helping. And on September 9 and 10, we'll have our Metro Manila Business Conference. It's a big event wherein we'll be inviting all the mayors and government officials to talk about their plans and in line with our, of course, objective, because we have Now our objective for MMBC is innovation for sustainable entrepreneurship, be smart, go green, and be future ready. So yun po yung ating objectives and theme for our 29th Metro Manila Business Conference happening virtually on September 9 and 10. And if pwede na rin pong mag-mention, they can register for free. You just have to go to the internet and type in the mmbc2021.com. They can register there and they will be receiving updates about our business conference. So, yan po. Maraming salamat nakapag-promote.
Tuwang-tuwa, MJ, President MJ. Tuwang-tuwa si
MJ
Ed
lang,
Madrid si Ed Madrid ng Quezon City Chamber who's watching us now.
Hello, Sir Ed.
Gustong-gusto niyang ma-promote din yan. That's why when I invited you, I mentioned to him, sige, tutulong kami sa pagpo-promote ng 29th event because malaki yan. Also, watching from LA, si Virgil Obsina. Now, I'd like to make mention that maganda yung innovation that you introduced to the chamber because most of the members will really be able to promote, not only promote, but to talk about their own businesses as well as updates on what's going on in their particular companies. During our time, wala muna kami niyan because so many members, we have so many members, almost 200. And 150 of them were so active, so we didn't have time. But with the show, I promise you that we can have them one by one featured, yung 15 active members natin na yan, as my way of supporting your presidency sa MCCI. All right.
Well, thank you so much, Yusek. Malaking tulong talaga yan sa ating mga entrepreneurs and businessmen. We all need the collaboration and the assistance right now to promote our products. We have to support each other, especially these tough times.
Yes, speaking about helping each other, meron kaming team before na when we reach the top, meaning one company reaches the top, he looks back and help pull the others up. Parang big brother to small brother industry. Yan. Ang gusto ko naman itanong, because you came in as an expat, immediately after you returned to the Philippines, you put up your own business. Please educate us and tell us some of the struggles or the challenges you experienced when putting up a business of your own. Go ahead, please.
Okay, well, I'm sure they will be able to take away dun sa story ko, personal story. Sharing, that after being OFW for almost, I think, 4 years in total, 4 to 5 years. So I came back, when I was an OFW in the Middle East, before I came back, nag-establish na ako, I talked to my friend who is a lawyer and to my family. So I came back and opened the Overseas Recruitment Agency, being an OFW. So I felt that since I know how it works already, I have the product know-how and the process, I felt that there is an expertise in me that I can be able to do it. So I put up the Jobs Manila International. It's an overseas recruitment company. And at the age of 29, so sabi ko nga, risk taker. So I just want to share to everybody that it's okay to take risks. At the age of 29, imagine, mas long as buo ang loob nyo, you're really determined. It will not be easy, but as long as you have the right people around you to support you, you will be able to make it happen. So 29, and then at the age of 30, I was elected as one of the board of directors ng Overseas Placement Association of the Philippines. Again, the youngest board of director. So nung time na yon, nagamit ko po yung aking mga kaibigan abroad since ang market po talaga namin or specialization is the hospitality sector. I used to work in a hotel and my background is the tourism management. So 80% of our job orders were from my ex-bosses or mga friends ko sa industry. So I was very lucky na na-establish ko yung network na yun. And through the years, we are now turning 30, able to sustain our business. Though for the past year, hindi siya ganun kadali because of, the pandemic. But we have tried to help each other among us sa office. I considered my team as my family. We call ourselves the Jobs Ohana, Jobs Manila Ohana or family. So, kami nagtutulungan and I'm happy that we're still afloat. We are still operational. I can say that it's a big role talaga na magkaroon ng understanding ang employer tsaka employee. It's more than the job or the salary. It's the relationship talaga. Because if they have compassion and concern sa company, regardless if they're just reporting 3 times a week, compared before na full-time, they would stay and they will help out just to keep the company afloat. So I'm very happy that most of my colleagues, I call them my colleagues, have been with me for 10 years na ever since nag-open yung company. 5 years, wala akong new employee. They're with me, so they're my friends, they're my family. So yun, more on the relationship with your team and determination and also to innovate. Like I said, we have to go digital. We have our automated recruitment information system, so everything can be accessed the database online. Wala na po tayong paper na resume. Even the application is online na po. So yun lang po yung aking magiging advice. We have to go digital, use e-commerce, and stay healthy. So I think we have almost 100% vaccinated na sa office. So, yun po yung aking ma-share. Yes.
Very good. Very good. You were mentioning about the keen relationship between management and labor. So, sa One Team Mateo Business Club, of which I am also right now engaged with, we do the same. And for that, Ryan Lau of El Pueblo Publico is watching. And also our news director, Edwin Eusebio, is watching you. And our former president, one of the active president of MCCI, he texted me now. He's listening in his car, Gabi Sarmiento, and also Silva Muyo of Mandaluyong. Now, I wanted to ask, because you were very much engaged in tourism, how's the tourism industry from your perspective and where is it going? Considering na naka-lockdown, walang air travel, most of the beaches are closed, and even tourism inside the malls are nil, as in nil. What can you foresee in this time of uncertainty?
Well, if you talk about the tourism in the local market, based on sa mga updates natin, because we're also a member of the Hotel and Restaurant Association of the Philippines, and one of our company, which is the International Training Center and Hospitality Institute, is a DOT accredited. So we get to receive updates every now and then, and yes, tourism is badly affected, but because of the changes in the quarantine status, somehow nakakapag-operate pa rin po. If you talk about the food industry, the restaurants, meron pa rin tayong take-out, and then the delivery services is there. And nauso na rin po yung mga frozen items, so they can purchase it online and they can also do the delivery. So yun po yung innovation na nangyari sa ating food industry. Mostly have moved to the frozen item, and yung sa mga food processing, so yung mga canned or bottled gourmet products, nauso na rin po siya. For the hospitality sector, some of the major hotels and other 4-star hotels, they are still operational because some of the facilities have tied up with the airlines. So the airline companies have tied up with the hotels wherein when you book a ticket, when you land here in the Philippines, you already have a hotel to stay. So parang na po siya naging package. So nakakatulong siya sa ating hospitality sector or sa hotels because at least we all know that when the guest arrives here, even for a local or Philippine national, have to do quarantine. So if your hotel is accepting quarantine or accredited quarantine facility, then you have a secured business. Kasi every traveler who lands in the Philippines have to be quarantined even if they are fully vaccinated. So dun po nakakatulong somehow sa ating mga hospitality sector or hotels na if they are offering the quarantine services, operational pa rin sila. But of course, the employees, since it's not 100%, the occupancy is not 100%, they take turns. So since meron tayong bubble na sinasabi, so they go to office or they report for 2 weeks, they're locked in the hotel. If you're an employee, so 2 weeks ka mag-work, and then you're locked in there, you stay there, you don't go home. And then after that, you take turn, meron kang karelyebo. Na next 2 weeks naman yung isa mong kabady ang mag-duty. So that's how they also follow yung bubble concept wherein nakalock yung Team A and Team B to avoid na rin yung ating mga contamination, yung hawaan if ever magkaroon man ng may sakit.
Yes, so that's good to know, ha? May sharing sila and of course book pa rin yung mga hotels. Miss MJ, I understand you're also connected with TESDA. Could you please educate the public about your programs and workshops that you are conducting there?
Yeah, sobrang busy rin po si TESDA, especially this pandemic. Even if po less yung ating face-to-face, kasi alam naman po natin ng TESDA is technical and vocational. So talagang skill demonstration tayo. Medyo challenging sa part namin, especially dun sa mga kailangan ng actual demonstration. Magbibigay ako ng example, although ibang industry siya, pero yung welding, so, kailangan talaga na actual demonstration yon. So, pag naiiba po yung ating quarantine, let's say right now, it's MECQ, so hindi po pwede ang face-to-face. But if our community quarantine is on GCQ, then we will be allowed to do face-to-face classes or an actual demonstration. So what po, si TESDA, they have encouraged the training centers to have the flexible learning modality. So gagawa po kayo ng programa na ituturo nyo muna lahat ng lectures online, and then once it's GCQ, then you will be scheduling at least 10 of your learners to conduct the actual demonstration. So, ganun po yung ating naging scheme o naging style natin ngayon na meron tayong flexible learning modality. And si TESDA, ang dami pong binigay na scholarship program. So lahat po, since work from home or lahat tayo nasa bahay lang, most of us are at home kasi nga naka-community quarantine, just go to TESDA online or you can go to a lot of TESDA accredited centers. Marami tayong scholarship because of the Bayanihan Act law na nilabas ng ating gobyerno. So libre po mag-aral. Ang maganda pa po doon is we have some of the programs like TWSP or yung Training for Work Scholarship Program. Nagbibigay po yung government natin ng training allowance. Tsaka meron pa silang internet allowance, may PPE allowance. So ikaw, if let's say, sad to say, displaced worker ka, nawalan ka ng trabaho, or nabawasan ka ng araw na pinapasok unlike before, you can go to this learning platform, especially kay TESDA, kasi if you finish your program, bibigyan ka nila ng allowance. for example, in one of our classes, the housekeeping NC2. So yung mga nag-enroll po doon at tinapos 100% yung kanilang class, naka-receive po ng 4,400 na allowance by the end of the course. Meron pa silang internet allowance na 500 at meron pa silang PPE allowance na 500. So 'di ba, natuto ka na, meron ka pang allowance.
Wow.
So I would really encourage everybody to go. Yes, to engage in such learning sessions kasi marami pong program si TESDA para makapag-aral kayo ng libre at may allowance pa po. So take advantage. Yeah. Okay,
Miss MJ, yung kinukwento nyo yan, pati ako tuloy gusto ko na mag-enroll doon sa TESDA eh. Gusto ko matuto ng yung paghinang, what do you call that? Welding, para hindi na asa. Kasi senior ako eh. Pati yung sa kotse, gusto ko matuto. Lalong-lalo na may allowance pala dyan.
Yes, meron pa po isang...
Miss AJ?
Yes, wala po tayong limitation sa age as long as gustong mag-aral. Yes po, open.
Wow.
Basta 15 years old pataas. Wala pong limitation sa age. Basta willing to learn. And yun nga, tatapusin yung training para magkaroon din po ng allowance and certificate. For the welding, merong program din si TESDA, if I may mention, the STEP program. Yung STEP program naman nila is Special Training for Employment Program. So by the end of the program, mention niyo po yung welding, may binibigay si TESDA na toolkit. Sa lagay ng welding, may welding machine pong binibigay.
Wow!
Ganon ka, bongga.
Wow, mag-enroll ako dyan. Alright.
Marami pong nagkaroon ng hanap buhay kasi it's a livelihood talaga.
Miss MJ, I think magpa-part 2 tayo kasi we're nearing the first part of our program. Gusto na nating, if possible, if you can give us your parting shot or message of hope to all. Malapit na po tayo mag-end dun sa first portion eh. So, next time around, magpa-part 2 tayo with you pagka pwede ng live dyan sa studio. Go ahead please in your message of hope and parting shot.
Well, I always mention this sa lahat ng na-attenan ko, yung 3 C's of life. Yung choices, chances, and changes. So the choices that you make will have a big impact in your life. And the chances that you get never comes to you always. So you take the chances and you'll never know, it might change a big part of your life, diba? So I always tell them that this will pass, and those who have the growth mindset, hindi kasi pwedeng ang katawan natin gusto pero yung mindset natin hindi. So you have to have the right mindset and the growth mindset para po tayo mag-survive and mag-improve at maging successful. So yun po yung gusto kong i-share. Growth mindset.
Like to really thank our very active PCCI Mandaluyong Chamber President, Ms. MJ Quezon. And we'd like to thank you for joining us today. Mabuhay kayo, mabuhay ang MCCI. All right, the time for your convenience is now 1:30. Don't go away. Pilipinas Ngayon now will be right back.
You by PEB Steel Philippines. Design, fabrication, erections of pre-engineered steel buildings, steel structures for factories, high-rise buildings, poultry houses, warehouses, showrooms, and a lot more. Now hiring civil engineers for expansion projects in Cebu, Iloilo, Cagayan de Oro, and Davao. Call area code 02-5310-3005 or send your resume to PEB Steel Philippines. Office address at 5th floor, Workspace Building, 1419 Industry Corner, Finance Street, Madrigal, Business Park, Alabang, Muntinlupa City.
This time check is brought to you by Almighty Refreshing Iced Tea. Almighty is made from real brewed tea with fresh calamansi and orange with a twist of vanilla that is heavenly delightful to your taste. It comes in 2 variants, ready to drink and concentrate. It is available in some leading supermarkets, Lazada, Shopee, and some resellers near you. There's also new Almighty Light that uses stevia as its sweetener, a perfect healthier alternative. Try it now.
Pilipinas Ngayon na!
Patuloy na naglilingkod sa bayan. Mas todong pagbabalita. Mas todong pagseserbisyo publiko. Ito ang DWIZ 882. Mas todong lakas. Mas pinakikinggan ng buong bansa. DWIZ 882. Sa komentaryo, numero 1, Karambola. Sa pool, si Jarius Bondo. Teka, alas 4:30 na. At laban para sa karapatan.
Sinusuyod ng buong pwersa ng DWIZ News at Public Affairs ang buong kamay nila upang mayatid ang mga latest na kaganapan, mga balitang dapat ninyong malaman. Ito ang DWIZ Balita. Mas todong pagbabalita. DWIZ Balita.
Kilos protesta ng mga healthcare workers sa ating bansa ay ginagalang ng pambansang pulisya. Detalye sa report ni Patrol 9 J. Mark Dagala.
Sinalubong ng kilos protesta mula sa hanay ng mga health workers at iba't ibang militanteng grupo ang pagdiriwang ng National Heroes Day ngayong araw. Kabilang sa mga kinalampag ng grupong Bagong Alyansa Makabayan o Bayan ang mga tanggapan ng Department of Social Welfare and Development o DSWD, Department of the Interior and Local Government o DILG at Department of Agriculture o DA sa Quezon City. Gayun din sa punong tanggapan ng Department of Health o DOH sa Luzon, Maynila, maging sa iba't ibang mga ospital sa buong bansa upang ipatawagan ang anilay malawakang korupsyon ng Department of Health at hingin ang pagbibitiw nila Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte at Health Secretary Francisco Duque III. Ayon kay Bayan Secretary General Renato Reyes, ang talamak na kapabayaan sa sektor ng kalusugan ay patunay lamang ng pagwawalang bahala ng administrasyon sa mga health workers na tinaguri ang mga bagong bayani. Sa panig naman ng pambansang pulisya, binigyan din ni PNP Chief Police General Guillermo Eleazar na ginagalang nila ang karapatan ng bawat health frontliners na maghayag ng kanilang saloobin. Subalit dapat ay sumunod pa rin ang mga ito sa itinakdang panuntunan ng pamahalaan. Pakinggan natin ang mensahe ni PNP Chief Police General Guillermo Eleazar.
We recognize the hard work and sacrifices of our healthcare workers and honor those who died in the line of duty. Bilang dating pinuno ng PNP, Administrative Support to COVID Operation Task Force or ASCOT, personal kong nakita ang lahat ng mga sakripisyong ito para sa kapakanan ng mga pasyenteng nangangailangan ng kanilang tulong. Truly, your service to the Filipino people in this time of pandemic is clearly a modern-day heroism that is worth emulating.
Ang tinig ni PNP Chief Police General Guillermo Eleazar. Sa kabilang dako, sa ibang paksa ng balita ay magpapatupad ang kumpanyang Clean Fuel ng kanilang oil price adjustment. Epektibo bukas, araw ng Martes, ganap na alas 4:01 ng hapon. 50 sentimos ang itataas sa kada litro ng kanilang diesel, habang 35 sentimos naman ang itataas sa kada litro ng kanilang gasolina. Patrol 9 J. Mark Dagala, nagulat sa Impila May Todo Lakas, DWIZ.
Para sa karagdagang impormasyon at mas marami pa mga balita, bisitahin kami sa aming website www.dwiz882m.com at sundan ang aming Twitter account at Facebook page DWIZ882. Ako po si Ace Cruz.
Balitang kapaki-pakinabang sa mga mamamayan, inyong nalaman sa DWIZ Balita. Maging updated sa mga balita. Mas todong pagbabalita. DWIZ Balita.
Ang oras, 1:36 ng hapon.
This time check is brought to you by PEB Steel Philippines. Design, fabrication, erections of pre-engineered steel buildings, steel structures for factories, high-rise buildings, poultry houses, warehouses, showrooms, and a lot more. Now hiring civil engineers for expansion projects in Cebu, Iloilo, Cagayan de Oro, and Davao. Call area code 02-5310-3005 or send your resume to PEB Steel Philippines. Philippines. Office address at 5th floor, Workspace Building, 1419 Industry Corner, Finance Street, Madrigal, Business Park, Alabang, Muntinlupa City.
This time check is brought to you by Almighty Refreshing Iced Tea. Almighty is made from real brewed tea with fresh calamansi and orange with a twist of vanilla that is heavenly delightful to your taste. It comes in 2 variants, ready to drink and concentrate. It is available in some leading supermarkets, Lazada, Shopee, and some resellers near you. There's also new Almighty Light that uses stevia as its sweetener. A perfect healthier alternative. Try it now.
Narito na ang Filipino Mirror, ang unang tabloid sa negosyo. Nagtatampok ng mga eksklusibong balita at impormasyon ng pagtatagumpay sa negosyo. Ang tabloid na nagbibigay ng gabay at inspirasyon sa pag-unlad at pag-asenso. Filipino Mirror, naglalaman ng mga nagbabagong balita, napapanahong issue, may init na opinyon at komentaryo. Filipino Mirror, ang unang tabloid sa negosyo. Pinarangalan ng Gawat ang Lao bilang natatanging pahayagan sa 3 magkakasunod na taon at marami pang pagkilala. Kaya bumili na at magbasa ng Filipino Mirror ng umasenso sa pagnenegosyo.
Visit Isuzu Gencars Makati, Isuzu Santa Rosa, Isuzu Batangas Santo Tomas, Isuzu Batangas City, Isuzu San Pablo, Isuzu Legazpi, and Naga. DWIZ!
Ang bahaging ito ay hatid sa inyo ng Ozonizer 2C, Air and Water Purifier, and Food Sanitizer. Distributed by Life Formula Synergy Inc. with telephone number 0928-201-6141 and 0917-377-6768. Ozonizer 2C, ang mabisang panlaban sa COVID, now open for distributorship. Pilipinas Ngayon na!
Nagbabalik po ang Pilipinas Ngayon na. Ako po si Lady Eliza. At sa pagkakataon pong ito, pabayaan niyo po or pahintulutan niyo po kaming handugan kayo ng dessert for the soul na garantisadong hindi nakakataas ng blood sugar at hindi nakakadiabetes. No carbs, no calories. At ito po ay matatagpuan sa Deuteronomio 28:8. At sinabi dito, pagpapalain niya ang inyong mga kamalig at lahat ng inyong gawain. Pagpapalain niya kayo sa lupang ibibigay niya sa inyo. In English, Deuteronomy 28:8. The Lord will send a blessing on your barns and on everything you put your hand to. The Lord your God will bless you in the land He is giving you. Happy watching to CRB Rebecca Garcia de Vera of Rebap LMP, and hello to Miss Jen Cortez of Almighty. Hi to Engineer Dan Simeon of PB Steel and Engineer Joey Villanueva of PB Steel. Yusek, kamangha-mangha at kapuri-puri ang ating mga panauhin ngayong hapon kasi kahit sa murang edad pa lang nila ay isinusulong na nila ang farming. So ipapakilala ko na, nasa Zoom na ang mga founders ng Batang Filipino Farmers Movement. Let's start with the grade 11 student who is taking Masters of Science in Management in University of Asia and the Pacific. He is the co-founder of Batang Filipino Farmers Movement. Let's welcome Mr. Theodore Atanasio.
Hello.
Hi, Theodore. And of course, with him is also a grade 10 student from Pares Southridge School for Boys. Grade 10 pa lang 14 years old, active na. Co-founder din siya ng Batang Filipino Farmers Movement. Please welcome ang Pilipinas Ngayon na Mr. Mateo Atanasio.
Hello.
Thank you so much, Mateo and Theodore, for giving us time to share your advocacy. Please tell us about DFFM and its mission and vision.
So the BFF movement is a movement of kids for kids by kids, where we aim to inspire and encourage the youth to be involved, interested, and invested in agriculture through fun and glamorized farming. We believe that we need to learn about the culture first before we learn about agriculture. So this is why we try to make the kids first more comfortable with the farm setting, with the farm life, so that eventually they develop that eagerness, that excitement to learn and to love agriculture.
In BFF, we are guided by our 3 key pillars, which are education, entrepreneurship, and empowerment. First, we do our best to educate the youth about basic agriculture through our BFF camps that started back in 2019. Hopefully, we'll be able to conduct more in the future when the current pandemic situation eases up. And at the same time, we learn with our BFF members, through our mentors and the agriculture field.
Mateo and Theodore, have you always loved farming? Do you have a farm
Yes.
that you have been cultivating? That's why you are motivated to put up this movement?
Our family has a main tourism farm called the Rivera Eco Farm. It can be found in Maragond and Cavite.
Okay. Mga ka-IC, mga ka-PNN, kaya po namin pinipicture ang ating mga bright young students like them. Kasi po ako senior na, napag-iwanan na po yata ako ng time. At since alam natin na ngayon sila po ang masters in future techie and innovation, we feel that it is best that we also let them express the way agriculture from a different perspective is presented. Whenever we talk about agriculture, puro farmers po na magsasaka eh. Pero meron po yata ngayon na farmers through the use of modern technology. Is that correct?
Yes.
How does it go?
Yes.
How does it go? Yes, please tell us.
Well, there are, aside from like the traditional farming, we're more into trying to get the youth into more different ways of farming, fun ways. Like we try to get the kids from the city, kids from the province. We show them that farming is not just tiring, not just dirty, pero it's also fun. You can have fun while you learn.
Yeah, you mentioned you can have it. You can have some fun while also doing farming, and people from the city can do well also. How about those in the urban areas na malalaki yung mga backyard nila? Would you encourage them to also engage in backyard farming, something like that? Kasi meron tinatawag yung hydroponics. How does it go? It does not require so much area, but then they can grow food. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yes, Mateo and Theodore. My husband is talking about backyard farming, but for you, teenagers pa lang kayo, how can you encourage the younger generation to pursue a career in farming or agriculture? Or how do you make it interesting sa kanila? And how do you make it more fun? Do you conduct a camp or workshop, yung ganyan, or tutorials, something like that? Ano yung mga projects nyo to make it more interesting, especially sa younger generation?
Given that we're in the pandemic situation now, we can't really hold as much training camps as we used to before. But hopefully, when the pandemic situation eases up, when everything starts to get better, we can go back to hosting summer camps to teach the youth also about agriculture, the basics.
And many kids nowadays tend to sway away from agricultural career choices and agriculture in general because of the stereotype that farming could be dirty and unprofitable. This is even true with children of farmers because they witnessed firsthand the mental and physical toil their parents have been through because of harsh working conditions due to an unsystematic way of farming. And I also want to add that farming could be very profitable if it's done right, because a lot of the things we use are agricultural products.
Oh yes, we believe you because you mentioned about your own farm, which is the Tierra Verde, right? So that's based from your own experience. Okay, to encourage more the younger generation, what do you think is the biggest challenge our country is facing right now concerning rice or food supply, and how can agriculture help?
I think personally that the biggest challenge our country right now is facing rice supply would be the increasing price of rice that the government places on the sale. So, given that the Philippines used to be one of the top exporters of rice back in the 1900s, given that, we were one of the top exporters in Asia, the price of rice would eventually increase. From that, it kind of overwhelms the purchasing power of those farmers. It makes it harder for them to buy rice and such, which deeply affects the production rates of the farmers in the Philippines. So hopefully, also with our movement, we find a way to inspire the youth to get back into agriculture so that we can bring these rates back up.
That's a very, very encouraging movement to be able to attract a young generation to go into farming. We all know that in some other countries abroad, the farmers are very rich. Unlike in our country, the farmers have to rely on traders for the purchase of their foodstuffs and their farm products. How can you help them in order that direct buyers can go to them and pay the correct amount that they should receive?
So, as I have said earlier, one of our main goals is to bring the youth back into farming, to create the next generation of farmers. So hopefully, when we achieve that goal, we can help also those currently in the agricultural sector of economy. That not only will they won't be as neglected as they are now. So that's what we try to teach, to embrace farming as a livelihood, not just as a profession, but as a way of life, as a culture.
I like that when you mentioned the neglected sector. Considering that food is very essential, I really think that government and even private businesses should pull their hands together and not only encourage but support 101% our agriculture sector. And with guys like you there in the movement, I believe that the modern way of farming will be very attractive, healthy, and fun. What do you think?
I think it's a good idea, given that one of our main goals is not only to raise the economic growth of agriculture, but we also want to teach the farmers to become entrepreneurs, or as we call them, agripreneurs. We want to teach them more about business, like the basics of trading and such, so that they can be self-sufficient with their own sales, with their own products and such.
Yeah, with you two at the helm of this movement, I am confident that soon many of our kababayan and even the seniors will realize and embrace that farming is indeed a very good source not only of food but also of income. And so, step by step, can you even give us a brief preview on how you can ask the young generation using technology, the modern way, to become really very interested in putting their hands into farming? Go ahead, please. Hello?
So I think that we can encourage the younger generation to pursue farming, to reignite the passion our country once had for agriculture. I hope that those who are watching, who are inspired to start maybe even a hobby in agriculture, to help us inspire others to do the same. Because though most people see planting as a responsibility, which it is, we want to teach them that agriculture is also fun. It teaches us how to properly take care of living beings too. And, once we get that concept, once we grasp that, we learn that it's not only a teaching experience, but it also gives us a sense of fulfillment, a sense of accomplishment, if you will. So hopefully, when they experience that sense of accomplishment, they're also inspired to join us in our own endeavors to reshape the image of agriculture in our nation.
We should also not be afraid to get our hands dirty. And we should remember that the only time we should forget about agriculture is when we stop eating. This is what we teach at BFF.
Okay.
I totally agree with you, Mateo and Theodore, because I myself am a gardener. I love to grow plants and I want to harvest our own food. But just here in the backyard. Yes. So Mateo, since you're just a grade 10 student, are you going to pursue a course or a career in agriculture soon?
I won't be pursuing a career in farming, but actually, you can be a farmer and you can have any other career and be a farmer at the same time. Like, you can be a doctor that helps farmers. Like, you can do medical missions and help them with their health and stuff. Yes.
Building on what he said, we wanted to show that you don't have to necessarily devote everything to farming, to agriculture. We want to show you that you can also do agriculture as a hobby, or you can do anything that can help support agriculture in any way. And even in those ways, you're already supporting our movement.
For those who want to join your movement, Batang Filipino Farmers Movement, how can they reach you? Can you give us your FB page or contact details? How can they join you in your movement?
You can find our Facebook page in Batang Filipino Farmers. Feel free to like us, to like our page, and if you have any inquiries and such, feel free to message us.
Okay. They're also asking, just received a text now, what are the requirements in order to be a member of your movement? Do you need daw ba a farm that you are tending right now? Or if you are just about to purchase a lot or a farm lot? And what are the other requirements?
There are really no requirements to be part of our movement. Anyone can join no matter your age or if you have a farm or not.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, please invite the public on how they can access to you. If you have any direct line or any telephone numbers where they can immediately call. Go ahead.
You can just message us to our Facebook page, Batang Filipino Farmers.
Uh-huh. Okay. We just received a text here, a comment from